like watching them. It's almost this generation's version of the fucking tabloids. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more information than the shit you used to see at the fucking Piggly Wiggly for like 35 cents. You know what I'm saying? A big ass stack of bullshit, vampire babies and UFO sightings and da 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 da. It's almost the same thing, but the thing is, these ones they are extremely theoretical. Uh, and they may not be provable, but they're not disprovable, which, you know what I'm saying? Like, that holds weight just all by itself. It's weird, but it does. And it's you know, uh, there's so much shit going on, man. It's insane, dude. Walmart cleaning out their things and making concentration camps and whatever, and underground tunnels and fucking flat Earth. Everybody going to the Antarctica all of a sudden. You know what I mean? There is just like a huge list of things and possibilities and fucking whatever. You know, like, okay, here's the Roswell thing. For years, it was completely denied. And then in 2011 or 12, they released all that information. They released classified documents, and they're called declassified documents and shit. And they show all the shit that they really did. And they're, oh, yeah, we did it. Fuck, another one, the scientific community, and this one kind of rattles me a little bit because of the shit that's going on with the things that CERN and stuff is doing. You know, the way the scientific community works, when they come up with an idea, when they come up with a thing that they want to do, they don't say anything or put it to any kind of vote, which is why the cloning stuff process happened. I mean, they shut it down eventually, I guess, maybe, but but they didn't ask any permission. They didn't take a popular vote. They didn't ask any kind of moral compass if it was okay or if it was morally questionable to do this. They just went on and did it. And the reason for this was not because they're trying to skip other people's judgments, but because they're trying to make sure that they're the first ones to it. If they say something out loud, if they tip their hand in any kind of way, another scientific community, better funded or not, would be racing to be the first one to do it because they're going to be the one in the book. If they make it first, doesn't matter if it's sloppy or not. If they get there first, that they're the ones that go down first. The next one might have been better, but nobody ever hears like the groundbreaking 2.0 anything. You know what I mean? It's always the first one. So they do these things in a competition style with one another, right? And all the secrecy and stuff. But the problem with that is if they do something really wrong, if they do something that you're not supposed to do, that we can't fathom, that, you know, because there's tons of things that and that's why I think our biggest downfalls. We think we fucking know everything. Dude, we only, here's something to break it down. We think we're so fucking intelligent. We might be intelligent, but we don't have the scope to see everything that we need to. There's a crab. There's a crab that sees 12 different color spectrums. We only see three: red, green, and black. No, red, green, and something. Red, green, and yellow, maybe something. Blue. Thank you. Yeah, that's the only three we see. We think we see a whole plethora of colors, but you know, it's crazy. It's so fucking wild. You know, I think humility and trying to understand everything. You know, they could break something that you're not supposed to fucking break, or they can undo everything. Or it's so gnarly. Do what now? Uh-huh. Really? I did not know that. That's kind of nifty. Hmm? I gotta get this music off. Give me just a second. Alright, I'm back. I gotta get this music to stop. It's driving me nuts. This fucking music to stop. I want to try to make something. It's kind of silly and maybe I don't know. I don't know. You tell me what you think, but I want to make like a theory of I don't know. I want to know why it's okay to not know. That's what I want to know. Why everybody got to be so like you got to believe something, or you got to know something, or it's a fact, or it's a this and it's a that, and like you have to hold these things down. It's like they're gonna fucking float away. Like you got to hold them down, or these things aren't real, or these things, you know what I mean? Like why do you have to understand everything? Like everything got to be fixated. Why is just going I don't know, not hurting anybody, leave it alone, okay? You know what I mean? Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. Like okay, like I'm not a lot of religious, okay, um, but like that is a trick question I will ask almost anybody. If I'm going to have any kind of religious conversation with you, I'll ask someone at some point before that conversation, or before it gets there. I'll slide it into the conversation now, and I'll just ask one simple question: how do you know you're right? If they give me some kind of scripture or something that's dictated or reread from something else, if they give me some of that, that's a car salesman. He does not know. He has no idea. And the reason that I know this is because instead of giving me a straight answer of what he thought, he quoted me something. He quoted me something from somewhere else, which means he didn't have the original idea. He's giving you a fucking reference to somebody else's. He cannot just simply say, and this is how I can tell the people who are honest about it or not, is somebody who really knows and somebody who's paying attention to the question I actually asked, they'll say, I don't know. I believe that da 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 da. They will explain it as a belief rather than a fact. If they understand that they are just going by a belief and not a fact or a quote or you know what I mean, because they'll point at it like it's some kind of equation that is not disprovable. I think. Yeah, yeah. Same as those other theories. It's just not disprovable. Because of that, it carries weight with them. You know. Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't know should be a perfectly valid answer. Why's everybody got to be either like an atheist or an agnostic or a Protestant or a Catholic or a Baptist or like I don't understand why all these things, all these different factions where it's okay. It's like honestly, it's like they're trying to find justification for the shit that they do. They need a place to go to on a pretty regular basis to feel like they absolve themselves from all the shit that they do. You know, because you ever see people like, and I'm not against churches in any kind of way or anything, but if you've ever gone to a church, and even though it's a place you're supposed to feel good, it's a place that's like it's supposed to bring people together and so on. Instead, when you're sitting there in mass, there's this huge, giant fucking room that you are sitting in silently, like almost in a way to intentionally make you feel tiny and small, and insignificant. You know, um, fucking or what else? There's other stuff. Um, oh. When you'll leave, you know how it's supposed to feel open and welcoming and shut and stuff. You'll feel judged. You'll see people look at you, and you don't have to be told or say or hear their voice for a tone to just catch the look on their face, and they are completely judging you in that moment. But that's supposed to be a place where everybody is welcome, everyone is equal, no one judges but God, and so on and so on. But you still feel that. you'll still feel it all the same. It's a very judgy place. Matter of fact, it's a place where a lot of that stuff spawns. Like as a kid, when I was growing up, you'd see a lot of your aunts and uncles and family members and stuff. They were always talking about shit that was going on with church. Oh, did you see her in this? And now fucking Phil did that and da 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 da. Like you're not supposed to judge each other, but here you guys are like openly doing it, and somehow because you go to church, it's okay. You're gonna go get absolved. It's no, that's not. That's not. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, they all do it in some way, fashion, or form. And they'll claim that, and I'm not disproving it. Could perfectly well be any one of them could be right. I have no idea. But if you think about it, prayer, meditation, um, all these things kind of chain together. Each one of them is like a simple point of reflection, because it's given that if you sit in silence with a problem on your mind, that the more you think about that thing, no matter what it is, no matter what you're praying for, no matter what you're hoping for, or the more you give thought to that thing, the more you build to it. So it's the equivalent of starting off on a math problem. You got a nice big math problem. It's going to take a little while to work through, but you got to start. And as soon as you start, the more time that you put into it, the closer you are to being done. So at some point over all that reflection, you come to the end of whatever thing that you were hoping for, that you were thinking about, it, that you were praying for, because subconsciously you actually had been putting together how to do it the whole time in your mind. You thought you were just sitting there praying, but with each step and with each thought and each passing second, you put another brick on top of that thing, and that structure got taller and taller and taller until it was what you needed it to be, you know. Or even if it's not something as physical as that, it's, you found the opportune moment because you've been praying about it so much or thinking about it so much that it was on your everyday mind, and you began to notice patterns in your life where you could fit that thing in. You could get a little closer to doing that thing that you wanted, or getting that promotion, or making more money, whatever. You noticed that thing that got you there because you've been thinking about how to take it higher, how to make it bigger. Whether it's meditation, praying, uh, um, what's the thing where they all like face north and bow, and all that stuff. It's the same thing. Mm. You know what? I go ahead. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, what I've kind of observed, if you think about it, and if you look at them all, it's the equivalent to a translator. All the different religions, the way they scope out for their region, for their speech patterns, for their habits and shit, the things that they do on a regular basis, each one kind of came up with their own variation, but they all kind of led to the same thing. They all told like a couple of simple things that kind of stayed together. Uh, One, they all ask you to believe in different things, variations, and whatever. They'll ask you to believe in yourself. They'll ask you to believe in a higher power. Holy Spirit, Satan, all this stuff. And if one, there's all these others. So you like have to believe these things. Every one of them tells you to believe. But the thing of it is like the source, the thing that starts to believe is you. And when you believe, you create it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You. I don't know. It's hard to explain. That one gets a little heavy. What was I fixing to do? I'll roll some cigarettes. Yeah. And get this fucking music to stop. Why is it asking me for my assignment? That's weird. I'm not a robot. Why is it asking me this? Pick things up. Picture. Really? Sony rewards? You talking about that credit card thing that they had? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh, no, I hadn't even fucking heard about that. PlayStation rewards. Give me a second. Let me grab a pen. Mm-hmm. Man, that's a nice little toss up though, because I was skeptical about the VR, but I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like it. Um, there's some stuff going on there right now in like the rec room and stuff. Remember how when Home first came out, how it used to feel like that feeling of new ground, new exploration in a way that hadn't been done before, and it was slowly building. Started off as like 6 or 7 rooms and wound up becoming hundreds over the course of a few years. Rec Room is kind of doing almost the same thing right now. It has started small. It's got a common area like Central Plaza was. It's it's kind of tied like for VR geared for it and stuff. Give you lots of things to do, and the same way that PlayStation Home kind of explored, and like at first they gave us a small set and then just kind of see what we wanted to make out of it. And then as it grew, it became more and more popular. Well, this thing is almost doing the same thing, dude. They got all kinds, like a huge range of stuff to do. There's laser tag, paintball, tennis, frisbee golf, dodgeball. There's like storyline quests that are like what is it? Rise of the Jumbotron or something like that. It's kind of making fun of Tron. There's like a pirate one. There's a knights and archer one. There's one with knights, archers, and magic, and each plays through like it's called Rec Room. So they do it like it's a gymnasium, and somebody just took a whole bunch of crayons and cardboard and drew up all this stuff, and then went and pretended to and hold the little troll things that you fight. They're like cardboard boxes on wheels that are coming at you and they're swinging and stuff. And all you gotta do is hit them and knock them down or shoot them or whatever you gotta do. And it's all kind of fun. It's even though it's not for kids, it's another one of those places. It's like you're not supposed to, if you're under 17 or whatever, you're not supposed to be fucking with it. But there's still a ton of kids in there, and it's open mic the way PlayStation Home originally was. You don't have to hold a button or anything, and you can only hear people within a vicinity or within a range of you. So, but it's pretty nifty, dude. I'm watching it as it builds and as it evolves, and it's got a lot of stuff to it. And it's also got this very Little Big Planet kind of feel to it. There's a gun in there. I forget what it's called. Uh, but it's basically, it looks like a hot glue gun, but it makes shapes, objects, paints, colors, all that kind of stuff, and it'll let you create a world within it. You can take these pieces, connect them together, lock them together, and make whole objects and stuff that are tangible. That when you're finished, it becomes an object that you can at any given time just reach over, pick up, and use, and you created what you want. They recently put in the ability to create levels and stuff and kind of set it up where you can take one little room like you used to could PlayStation Home and you can decorate it and set it up, but using this gun. So you can literally create, fabricate, make, and do anything you want. And when you're done, you can publish the room, and everybody around the world who has a set can still come in and view it, check it out. It's kind of awesome. Even though it looks very small and simple, like it's I think it's doing a lot of big stuff. It's trying to figure out what we're gonna do with it next, you know, like Home did. All right. What up? Good shit. All right, I gotta get this fucking music. Stop. Go away, music. Oh, thank you. Now, where's my charger? Sit it. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Get the music to stop. That is so distracting. Let's see. No, no, no. First, give me Haha, I love those things. Pardon me. This out of the way. This out of the way. This out of the way. I gotta finish building this thing today, dude. It's driving me nuts. I got other projects I want to push on to, other pizzas and parts and shit like that I have to finish. Gotta get into that box so I can get that Velcro out. No, it's in there. Ooh, pretty down up there. It's gonna be nifty when I get done with it, hopefully. I used to have a big ass roll of clear tape. I wish I knew where that was. Mm-hmm. Damn, dude, there's so much stuff in here I'm ready to do. This is getting covered with tape. This is getting taken apart and covered with tape. This is getting covered with tape. That whole shield thing is getting covered with tape. There's so many props in here, dude. Rec Room kind of inspired me a little bit to do some of this dumb shit that I'm doing in the house. Put it in there with this. That's what I've been looking for. Looking for black Velcro left. Nope. It's okay. Gotta remember to save a couple of pieces for this, though. Not white. The white will show. Just black pieces I had. Mm-hmm. I'll be right back, too. Oh, now I'm back. Invitation to what? Nope. Alright. Let's put this shit away. That's how long I'm looking for. I'm looking for that rock forever. Okay. Oh. More than fucking things. Yup. 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 That was too big. These are more like filters. So there's something else. I already got one of these somewhere. I've got to get a sewing machine, dude. Like one of those little handheld ones. Pain. Yeah, well. Oh, I might do something with them. Yeah, I got that second floor, but I'm sure it's for something. Word. Yay, go fuck. Yeah, he popped in and then like right back out. Alright. Alright, did something with that piece tonight. But who you hunting on? What? Is that a bird in the background? Well, he's having him a great day, ain't he? Yeah. Double yellow head that forgot to take his med. Woo! He is on one. Yeah. Give me this. I need a few cigarettes before I can finish this thing. I think I'm about ready to get a bunch of stuff. This Velcro I gotta pull off. Let's pull over there. Excuse me. Oh. the hell? Hmm. Wonder how that'll go. It's Mickey Rourke got to rap about. Wasn't Mickey Rourke at one point up for the role of Batman? Like they almost put him in the um, Batman Begins instead of what's his name? They did three movies. Christian Bale. And then they didn't. And they became one bad guy in Iron Man and was never seen from again. Until the Expendables. And then he was back as the guy who used to be a badass. Mm. Ooh. I got a good one for you. Did you know that you cannot be buried at a cemetery if you live within 5 miles of it? It's actually not even a local law. It's damn near a global law. You cannot be buried anywhere if you live within 5 miles of that cemetery. You can't be buried in a cemetery you live within 5 miles of. Wild, right? Nah, it's kind of a good thing. You know why? He's not dead yet. It's in the very thing. You can't be buried there if you live. I mean, you could, but it'd be illegal as fuck. And somebody's getting arrested because they buried you alive. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on if they get away with it or not. Okay, then maybe I should say you could, but it's not advised. You slap a parental warning on it, man, you can get away with just about anything. Yeah, I always thought that was great. The video games just bypassed that whole epileptic seizure thing by putting a thing on it. It may cause epileptic seizures. All right. Proceed at your own risk, in other words. No shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Huh. You know you can lower the resolution and it'll reduce that? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, no, I didn't know that either until I got a buddy of mine and he does have just flat out epileptic seizures, like, and he'll have them at any given moment. Something flashes too hard, too fast, too whatever, he'll have one. So, but he plays the shit out of GTA. And all he does is he takes his PlayStation and he reduces the resolution down to like 720p. About 720p is what he can take and it doesn't bother him at all. So he plays as a we'll fucking laugh because he's a hell of a GTA player, dude. And when you tell somebody they just got fucking not only beat but beat by a dude who's playing on a fucking a 7P screen, you know what I'm saying? It's just it makes it even worse. Adds injury to insult. And not only did he kill you, but he killed you with PS2 graphics. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Mhm. Mhm. All right. Let's see. Hey, I'm gonna cut a fan on. If you can hear it at any given time, let me know. If it gets loud or obnoxious, I'm gonna cut it off. I don't really need it. I just kind of want to ventilate the room. Okay, 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 okay. So I'm building this thing that's kind of like a laptop stand, a swivel, a drawing desk with an extending mouse pad and small table that can support a tablet. Um, and it's also a shadow box, like a tracing box, you know, the ones with the light behind it and the glass thing. Eventually it will, but anyway, I got to get a piece of plexiglass or glass or something to put behind it. But um, I've got all the parts and pieces. I'm adding in speakers, two lights, and a fan, um, and like all in one piece on a fucking swivel, so that I can just set it next to me and I literally have everything I need to stream. Like I can sit here. Now, I didn't realize it till yesterday too, but there's actually enough space inside this box. I could put a projector. Or I could put a projector inside of it, flip it upside down, and on the back pop a hole, two mirrors, and then I can project whatever I'm watching on the laptop and shit straight behind me while I'm doing these things. And then I can change your trajectory or show somebody else or, you know, whatever. I have a lot of options and shit. could put it on the Zoom whenever we want to. I didn't think about that till just now. I've been trying to do everything I could creatively, turn my home into a studio. You know what I mean? Like piece by piece, make it extremely versatile, but still livable. You know, still a normal household. You know? Like when Josh and them came down, it was him and his wife and his two kids, and we still had plenty of space. Like it was still nice and open. The kids behaved themselves, and me and Josh had plenty of room to play, and fucking our old ladies got along and shit. And fucking like it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. Yeah, they're supposed to be coming down again after the 7th, I believe. 6th or 7th or something like that. I'm hoping to have a lot of these projects done, man, because the stuff that me and Josh been talking about, dude, this stuff would be perfect to use in the channel. And we're also going to kind of, along with this whole little play scenario that I've got set up, I'm also, like, we're going to do this, what's that, 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 that role-playing thing, what's it called? Where you do it in real life or whatever, where you go out film swords and shit, and, you know, you got character sheets and blah, 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 blah. You're like, I forget what it's called. Live role play, LARP, yeah, live action role play, LARP. Yeah, we're gonna kind of do shit like that with the kids, and I'm gonna let again stuff like that, like write the story or the scenario or the whatever. Oh, gotta taste that thing. It's gonna break on me soon. Mm-hmm. Nope. Not done. Mhm. Okay. Dude, I just heard the Mortal Kombat voice in my head go, bend over here. You know what? I'm stupid. I don't know why I'm doing this like this. Ooh, shit, that's sharp as hell. Squish that. Mm-mm. I don't know what it is about that Facebook noise makes me think of like a digital ninja who just got a coin. Okay. Oh damn! I just thought of a really raw fucking burn. All right, you ever been playing? I don't know if you play like this or not, but I go in and destroy GTA lobbies a lot, right? And you'll come across groups and shit, and there'll always be one guy that's better than all the rest of them, who's like the hero of the bunch. He feels like he's standing up for the crowd and shit. All right, those scenarios happen like a lot, right? So in the public lobbies when we're fucking with people and wrecking lobbies, I just thought of a really good one. You know, they go to start running that mouth, and then you just go, what do you like, the leader of the pack? Yeah, I'm the, yeah, whatever they say. So, like, y'all, and this is so horrible. Anybody who's watching who knows, I don't discriminate any kind of race, gender, sex, uh, wherever you like to put your junk pieces. It's your fucking business. Like, I don't care. And just but the burn is fucking wicked though. So it's like So the leader of the team would be like, so like y'all are all gay in the motherfucker, right? So like by your gayness powers combined, you Captain Faggot. Is BTS still getting breakfast? Oh, okay. I was making sure, like, he didn't mute me or something, but I annoyed the shit out of him. I was like, that dude went for breakfast and ain't been back. He is somewhere at a fucking McDonald's arguing with the lady, talking about, what do you mean it's not breakfast time anymore? Oh, yeah. Still go and say that anyway. Oh. What happened? I had a flashback from the 80s. Just walk into a McDonald's and start screaming, all I want is a fucking egg McMuffin. What up, Too Dope? I mean, what up, No Mike? Don't you be screaming at me from across the room. I know you're just trying to talk, but I feel like I'm in a police waiting room. Everybody's yelling at me. Stop it. Yeah, this buddy of mine, he either was a prospect in the MC that I'm in, or he went and did something else, or he is a member. I can't remember which. I know at one point he was something somehow. I don't just remember how or what. Spotify, or you been watching Kill Bill? I spotted that shit on Netflix not too long ago. It's been all over Netflix. Mm-hmm. Good shit. Some of the others, so. Bye bye, Tuba. Did he say anything? I didn't think so. It's like I didn't even look at the party, but I hope I didn't have him muted and didn't know it. Like that's as soon as he left, that's what I thought. I was like, fuck. Hope I wasn't doing something at one point, muted him, and forgot that he was still muted. Cause I do that shit. I don't do it on purpose, but sound good. Is it raining out your way? Yeah, it looks like it's going through here, but I haven't heard nothing about. I mean, it looks like it's gonna, but it ain't doing nothing. Hooray! No, I mean, no. What are you doing? Trophy hunting? Oh, is it you? Good shit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll get done in the next few minutes here. Hopefully. Almost got this little thing done. It's so stupid. I feel like an idiot savant without the savant. Word. Yeah, I'm fixing to wrap up this show here in just a second, and because I ain't been doing shit but building this box. People just sitting here watching me build a mystery box. I have no idea what the hell this thing is. Nobody's even bothered to ask a question like, "What are you doing?" or "What are you building?" or "What the fuck is all of that crap in your living room?" You know, nobody said a word. So I'm just gonna continue it as the mystery box now. I was gonna tell people, "Fuck y'all, y'all don't talk to me." No, but I am gonna get out of here because I'm fixing to try to do some other stuff too, and I won't be sitting here for that. So, all right. Well, I'll hit y'all up later, man. If you see your buddy before I do, tell him I said a hi or bye or whichever, depending on where he's coming or going, I guess. All right. Later. Two people watching me do nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm almost done building this box. I've just kind of been making sure I got it right. I'm almost done though. I'm pretty close to done anyway. I'm ready for the next steps, which aren't far off. The measurements for this thing is actually pretty simple, so I don't have to do a whole lot this next bit forward. I'm almost done with this little bit. The piece that I'm working on right now is a catch for the prop itself, because I've made like a laptop desk slash writing desk, and it's going to sit elevated whenever I need it to. So it can be converted into a laptop table or a drawing table, or got some pieces here that I may put in to make a shadow box, or a combination of things. I'm trying to make doing what I do on a daily basis for the channel, stuff for the channel, like all the things that I do intertwined to where I can do them easier. Like the easier I can do them and the more information that I can get to faster, the better I can put out this channel. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. While at the same time, I'm doing something creative and waving my freak flag. So, multiple birds, one stone kind of deal on there. But I should be done with this thing soon enough. Like this box, in one way, fashion, or form, will be mostly complete by the end of the day, for sure, today. I don't think I could mess this bit up. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think it's gonna take me a hell of a long time to complete what I got left. Okay, pull up evenly. Oh, it's like going the wrong way. I have two right now. Mm-hmm. Closes up nicely. Pops out when I need it to. Supports the weight of the brace. Now all I gotta do is inside of this piece put the notches that I need for different degrees, because this will be sitting high, this will be sitting medium, and then this will be sitting down. I'll only have like 3, because I don't really need it to go much past there. Somewhere right in there is about right. For this will Velcro into place on big pads on the bottom of this. Now the ones on this will be black, so they won't be visible, but the ones on the back of this, it won't matter what the color is, because you will almost never see this at the top of the table. So this will fit in just like so. And when it's like this, it's drawing pad ready, like it's ready to be used as a whatever. Oh, and actually this won't go all the way down. In fact, it's only going to go down minimum of about that far. Average. So I'm gonna do it right there. Or yeah, right about there, as close as I really can. So that's as far down as it will actually go. So oh well. How high does that stand? If speakers are already there and mounted, how far does that go down? You know what? I'll do them on the other side. I'll do them to the top of it, so that I am 100% that they won't interfere with those things down there. They'll sound the same no matter what, but then that way I use this as the backboard for what I'm mounting. Should have left that, because I don't really need that folder space now. But oh well. Yeah, I'll mount them to this. So within a few hours, I should have a majority of this done. I've got the hardest stuff done already. The hardest stuff was making sure that the swivel that's on the bottom of it is stable and operating and worked. And then with this, the whole box used to be a shoe box. And for the front here, see the way it opens. For the front here, I've actually got a small lock that I'm going to pop onto it. Kind of look like that. And then the top here will be able to brace and pop up and stand and hold. Plus it'll have the speakers mounted to it. Plus it still has everything that I need from the inside, which the inside was not easy to do. It looks like it's hardwood or something, but this whole thing is just made out of a fucking shoebox that I reinforced with more cardboard and some thicker, prettier pieces of. It's not really construction paper. It's a different kind of thing. It's made to look like wood grain, but it's extremely smooth and clean, and you know what I'm saying. Like it keeps itself. You won't lose track of anything. So it's not necessarily waterproof, but it is like dustproof. It is closed, like you know, and pretty well, pretty stable. So I can put like all of my art supplies and my quick stuff, my notebooks, my tiny pads and drawing pads and shit like that for when I gotta do something quick. I usually am looking for something with this. I'll just be able to bam, and it's right there. You know, and then you know the drawing disk stuff apart. It's got this lip on it to both hold the laptop and whatever I want to place on top of it. Plus this the mouse pad comes out and extends, and we'll have a piece that sits here, small piece of Velcro that's going to run across the top of here, so that it catches my mouse pad and holds my pad together because my pad's already got a lip on it, so the laptop will rest on this lip. And with the Velcro that's attached here at the top of this, when it's elevated, it will still hold my mouse there, so that when my mouse and it both is elevated, my mouse will simply rest on it at whatever elevation, because it's not like it's going to tilt right up. So like as long as it's like that, it'll be fine. I can just remember to run my mouse all the way down whenever I start or stop, and then I can just grab and move. Like it'll always be ready. And then when I'm done with it, when I want to put my laptop back at my desk and close this all away, I can simply close this up, pop on the desktop piece that I'm gonna make. I think I decided on this piece. Maybe I might have another clipboard or something, but I think I decided on this piece because this piece is nice and smooth. And even though it's got a fucking barcode right there, dude, it's so fucking smooth. I don't think pencils or anything will push into it too hard. So I think this will be good to make as the. I'm not sure which one I get more space out of. I'm not sure if it's this way or the other way, but I'll figure it out. If it's the other way, I get more space like that. And I'll set up some kind of clipboard piece here so I can just set whatever I'm drawing on top of it and boom, boom, boom. Or hang my sketchbook from the top of it. I may even do some kind of Velcro because I'm gonna put a small strip of Velcro somewhere on my laptop, I'm sure. So I don't like the idea of it sitting loosely in any kind of way. So this and this. And then once I get those pieces on, then I can start to, once I get these things kind of secured, I can start putting the lights, fans, speakers, controller, and other lights to the shadow box. So like all of this, when it's done, this will all be a single piece that sits in and uses this. And we'll be able to work with my tablet, with my laptop. Oh, there's a second little table that I'm going to be putting into the bottom section here, and it's going to slide out. Hell, I may even use this, I'm not sure yet. It's going to slide out from kind of like this, but it's going to be in a layer under it so that it holds, but it's going to slide out like so, and it will hold as its own little side table, kind of like so. It'll still be held by itself or whatever, but it's strong enough to support. My tablet is extremely light, so whether like that or something, it'll be able to support of its own my laptop and my tablet at the same time. So I'll have the laptop, the mouse pad hanging off here. The weight added between this and what's going to be on my mouse pad is going to be about the same. And since it's not a very high rise, the gravity flux between the center of this box stays level. So it'll keep the whole thing level. And I'll still be able to just spin and turn and whatever I want, whenever I want. I was talking about it earlier, but there's a possibility I may be able to work in a projector and a series of mirrors from like right there. If I pop a hole there, or if I can get a projector that's small enough that I can put inside of here, if I was to have the hole coming out right here, project forward, upside down, put it to a mirror that projects it just a little bit up, and then another mirror adjustable wherever I wanted it through this range, and tilted so that it shoots it back behind me, so it would change it from this to behind me. And then anything I'm sitting here watching on the laptop or doing while I'm in the midst of these on-air broadcasts, like I could be watching videos on YouTube and shit and doing reaction videos or something, and you'll be able to see the shit that I'm watching behind me. I've already got a projector screen and a green screen and all kinds of shit. Like I should be able to use and utilize most of these things. So this will be fun. So it's going to be like this is going to be like an addition to my chair. It's going to start like being near me and shit. I'm going to set up the other little chair to be like the chair that I use for the move, and then my main chair for when I'm really gaming and shit and I'm playing game stuff, and then this thing will be set up to help me get down my notes and my ideas and control my web entity and all of that shit, all the pages and stuff that I've got to do. I've already made all the shortcuts, or most of the shortcuts and everything that I need to manage for the other things, but this will be the piece that ties it all together and makes it easier for me to do what I'm trying to do. In the meantime, I got all these fucking tools and materials out until I get this thing built. I'm almost done with it, but I do have several other projects that are still going to need my attendance. But thank God I got like a big ass roll of duct tape, and I got a good amount of time. Well, not a good amount of time. I got a fair amount of time to get this thing done. So maybe when I'm all done, man, I'll get some kind of nifty invention out of it, like a patent or something. Because I've got a couple of different ideas and a bunch of different stuff I am going to be attempting to do. So with that in mind, man, keep watching, and little by little, I'll keep building on this thing, and I'll probably show within the next couple of days the final product. This brown right here, I know it's ugly as shit, but it's like almost never, ever, ever going to show. So I'm not overly concerned about this piece. I don't think. I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. But till the next time, man, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. I'll be playing some more stuff in a little bit. Either GTA today, Tekken, Terraria. If I can get some of this stuff done and actually knocked out and cleaned out of my way, if I can at least get this done, I'll take a break from everything else for the rest of the day. I'll play some fucking VR or do something that's actually fucking fun. Um, Man, but until then, man, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, donate, whatever you can to help me push this channel forward, man. Everything is appreciated. I'm trying to put this stuff together for my family and for myself and for the viewers, man, because it's healthy for me to get these creative things out. It if I can get donations, views, and all that good stuff, and I can really kick this channel forward, then I can, once I get my donations up, I can start getting paid through AdSense and stuff. And then at the same time, it's for the viewers, man, because I want to show ordinary people how you can take just regular fucking materials, because this is all junk. Every bit of this is junk. And you can take junk, dude, and make some of the coolest shit. You just cleaned off, repurpose it, man. Do something creative and imaginative. And no shit, I think all the money I got in that whole project is a an $11 roll of fucking duct tape. Dude, that's it. All the rest of it is like cereal boxes, old folders, shoe boxes, the fucking swivel I wasn't using anymore. You know what I mean? I got others. I'm not missing any. I didn't even like go through tearing all the best pieces of my house up to make a box. You know what I'm saying? But you can always find scrap stuff around your house, in your alley. Your fucking neighbors will throw it out. Thrift stores, Goodwill, man. Just walk through there one day, pick up all the nifty shit you can find, and I bet you can make something cool out of it. I can bet you make something that doesn't exist yet, that there could totally possibly be a market for. Don't know. But till then, I'm going to keep working on this and try to keep the channel coming at the same time, man. And hopefully if I get on it, kick some music on, I can hurry up and get a majority of this done. But thanks for watching, everybody, man. And if y'all are kicking around in GTA, keep them guns up.